All right. Big rumble in the Oval Office. Zelensky gets bounced. Bounced. They have bouncers there for crying out loud. Had to throw his buttocks out. Anyway, I watching actually from Europe, where I'm at right now, what took place and the reaction. The reaction over here, the various different publications. I happen to be in Italy at this point in time, and the scrambling that's taken place. They put together that meeting over in London. All of the European leaders went over there to show solidarity with Zelensky and to make sure that they're going to put something together and are going to guarantee security. Right, sure. You believe that? Okay, you know what? I got a bridge I want to show you that connects Brooklyn to Manhattan. Okay, they're not going to do anything. If you honestly think that they're going to start putting boots on the ground in Ukraine, got another thing coming. Again, the liberals in the United States. This was a setup. It really was. You had Chris Murphy basically meet with Zelensky ahead of time. And actually, if you watch some of the interviews with Susan Rice and others, they knew exactly what they were doing. It was a setup. It was a setup. If the C-SPAN, if you can watch the entire meeting between Donald Trump and Zelensky, it's about 50 minutes long. The entire thing was going just fine until the very end. So sudden body language changes, crossing his arms, starts rolling his eyes, all sorts of stuff started changing towards the end. And yeah, he wanted the United States. He wanted the United States. He wants to send our kids over there to the Ukraine for security guarantees. No, yeah, no. Done. And quite frankly, I think most of the country, outside of left-wing lunatics or people in Hollywood, most of the country's kind of done as well. Not going to send our kids over there to what to start a war. I mean, you really want to put our kids right next to Russia, where things could escalate quickly. I want to remind people of we'll go back, we'll go back 110 years, 120 years, and take a hard look at how things end up getting escalate quickly in Europe. World War One, yeah, that worked out real well. Stupidity, for crying out loud. Let me kind of describe here. And I'm someone who I love Europe. Yes, I'm in Italy right now, so I'll explain basically this. But it's the same for all the countries. We had actually last week on the podcast we talked about how you could take all of the European startups over the past 50 years as far as market capitalization is concerned, and Home Depot is bigger. All right, you just say that. You said, listen, we have a national hardware store. Okay, and I love the company. Great. Ken Langone, huge fan. That's bigger than all of this continent's with 300 million people, 500 million here. All of your startups combined don't come close to Home Depot. This continent it's a museum. It's funny. I'm thinking about it, about sitting down, enjoying my day. A lot of things to love here. Cafe, relaxing, beautiful. It's a museum. It's Disney World for adults. Pretty much. It's Disney World for adults. This is what this continent has become. Now, you Europeans, you couldn't defend yourself from being invaded from Africa, Middle East, with all the migrants that have come here, have taken over. You're gonna thwart Russia? Yeah, good luck with that. Good luck with that. The posturing is funny. And again, listen, I've said I would love, I think it would be great if Europe would get back on track and start building and creating and doing amazing things. Because again, great history. Great history. I mean, again, you take a look at whether the the various different things that have come from this continent, from Greece, Italy, Germany, banking. It's all days past. It's nothing. They don't do anything now. Nothing. And it would be great if they did. And it was the Polish prime minister actually said that very thing like a day ago. It's like, wait a second, this is going to have you're going to ask 300 million Americans to defend 500 million Europeans against 130 million Russians. No, no. Yeah, and again, the tweets that are coming out from these various different leaders. Well, we stand in solidarity. Then you got Trudeau from Canada. I'm over here in Europe so we can have security guarantees. You have no military. Shut up, man. I mean, what are you saying? What are you going to do, Canada? Throw a snowball? It's patently absurd, the entire thing. And again, the unfortunate thing is the mainstream media, rather than actually cover exactly what took place, the entire meeting, they took the very end. They took the very end, and oh my God, it's JD Vance is getting belligerent here. Oh, stupid. The idea that Trump put forward, and again, I described this here. I thought it was, quite frankly, it was genius. Keeping the oligarchs away. You have American companies coming in and handling the various different mineral wealth that's there. Essentially, that prevents Russia from hitting these various different targets. Genius, genius. But again, you got also, like I said, the powers that be here and how Europe works. It's still very much an aristocracy. They like their oligarchs. They like the way things have been. And, they want to control all this. The last in the world, they want the United States to do this. And again, watching this whole thing take place and unfold right now is it's funny. But again, I think wash your hands of it. Wash your hands of it. That's it. You guys want to take care of this thing? Fine. Fine. And don't give me this Article 5 nonsense. Okay. You said they send British troops over to Ukraine and they happen to die at the hands of the Russians. We don't have to do a damn thing. We don't have to do a damn thing. We're not gonna come to your defense. Okay. And I think they know that. So again, watching this entire thing take place and unfold, again, I hope and I do think that Trump is going to hold the line on this. The last thing in the world we need to see as a nation is more wars. You take a look at going all the way back to Eisenhower warning us about the military-industrial complex. Eisenhower warning us about being involved in NATO and what that was going to end up costing us. The trillions and trillions of dollars that we have spent over the past few decades in the various different adventures in the Middle East. What have we gained from any of this? Nothing. Nothing. Death, destruction, young men and women being killed, trillions of dollars wasted that could have been spent better elsewhere. And listen, I want to have the strongest and greatest military in the entire world. We want to have that. The old, speak softly and carry a big stick. Need to get back to that mentality because that's what the founders wanted. Instead of, traipsing around the globe looking for another monster to slay. I think it was John Adams that actually talked about that. That's not what this nation should be. We should be setting an example to everybody else. If you don't like it, you guys take care of it. It's on you. It's about time. Okay, you started pulling your load, taking care of your responsibilities. And quite frankly, I think that Keir Starmer, yeah, he's talking a big game. Do you think that these European nations are going to step up? You think they're going to send boots on the ground to Ukraine? Not going to happen. WatchDog on WallStreet.com.